Prevention of HIV begins with me.
Prevention of HIV, it begins with me.
It begins with me.
Begins with me.
It begins with me.
It begins with me.
It begins with me.
Prevention of HIV, it begins with me.
Prevention is better than cure.
We get asked all the time, how do you create the TeachAids materials? So we wanted to take you behind the scenes and show you the making of TeachAids.
There's been an enormous growth and spread of HIV/AIDS in Africa and India and around the world. And in many of the countries, it's because they're not able to talk about it.
HIV affects people of all positions and all social status and all educational levels.
It's a human problem. It can affect anyone, not necessarily any particular strata of society or any particular religion.
The research has shown that students don't want to learn about something which is as stigmatized as HIV from their teachers, and teachers don't want to teach about it to their students.
You can't give them some, small information booklets and other things, and please read it at home. That is absolutely not effective.
Once you understand certain myths that, like if I shake hands with somebody who has HIV/AIDS, I might be connecting. No, these are all wrong. And there are more details in the film itself, which if you can follow that, you can make a better life of yourself.
Every aspect behind the development of the TeachAids materials is thoroughly research-based. Everything from what the characters look like, to what the characters sound like, to the actual script itself.
The real secret is just an enormous amount of work to make sure that everything we do is culturally appropriate and is comprehensible and understandable.
It's very, very culturally sensitive. I think the whole research that TeachAids did in Stanford is just amazing.
The TeachAids program is an example of a great idea founded in very rigorous research methods.
It had to do a lot with looking at the science, thinking about what are the key messages and how they could be simplified without being made inaccurate.
There is no cure for AIDS. The only thing is prevention. That is why it is so very important. People get to know the facts about HIV and AIDS, especially in a country like India. This awareness is lacking very much.
I know that the scientific world is working feverishly towards it. Hopefully we will get some answers in time to come. But till that time, certain precautionary measures that have been stated by me in the animation film need to be looked at cautiously.
Always remember, you cannot tell by looking at a person whether he or she has HIV or AIDS.
What began as a research project at Stanford was spun out into an independent nonprofit. Stanford was very supportive, and they gave us the intellectual property rights so that we could distribute the software for free around the world.
Nothing like it existed when it was first originated, and the creativity has continued to evolve as it's turned into a number of different versions tailored to many different cultures and many different languages.
In the first year, TeachAids was being used in 5 countries. The next year it was 12, the next year it was 48, and now we're in more than 74 countries. Every day we're receiving so many emails from people all over the world telling us their stories of how they're using the TeachAids animations.
It's very unusual, and I've not ever seen anything scale as quickly and as well as the TeachAids program has done, and I think it's quite remarkable.
One of the reasons why TeachAids is so appealing worldwide is because it addresses a really sticky problem that people need information about, they have to learn about.
It's very new and different. I don't think it would have been intuitive. I don't think people would have said, hey, let's make cartoons, and thought that it would work. But it has.
It's amazing. I mean, if you come to one of those viewings, you'll see how the children are glued to the television. They get it so fast because the material is fantastic.
I believe that animation is a powerful medium and it's a very popular medium also.
Is rapidly becoming the method of communication, and I don't think anyone brought education to the small screen as effectively as TeachAids.
So if students are watching this through an animated film, I think it'll stay in their minds, and the information also will stay in their minds.
They should know it in a very comprehensive, detailed, yet in a simple manner.
I think it becomes a very, very powerful tool to spread awareness, to raise awareness, to give people knowledge in a way that perhaps they would not pay attention to it otherwise.
There may be no symptoms, so testing is the only way to know if you have the virus. Plus, appearances can be deceptive.
TeachAids has cracked the puzzle of bringing a very serious subject to the mind of a child by using the celebrity.
The fact is, in India, people take their cultural icons very, very seriously.
If I can do something by telling people and making them aware of the whole problem, then I think I'm doing some part of my citizenship.
I guess everybody has their idols, everybody has their heroes in life. So when they come and try to do something, I guess, it's just a way of capturing their attention.
Celebrities can lend their face, the voice, in whatever way, it makes a huge difference. If their doctors say it, they're not going to believe it. If their school teachers say it, they're not going to believe it. If their parents are going to say it, they're not going to believe it. But if it is from a celebrity that they believe in, absolutely believe in, because they like what they see on screen, they will also like what they hear.
More than this project getting use of the celebrities, I think celebrities can make a good use of this project to reach further deep into people, and sometimes such messages can just penetrate into people's hearts.
What motivates us is that this is actually a solvable problem. We've been battling it for the last 30 years, but now we have the tools, we have the people, we have the means, we have the research to be able to create the most effective learning materials and disseminate them to anyone around the world that needs it for free.
We use our voice and our face to communicate an endorsement that we may do. And how wonderful that we can devote some of that time towards pushing a cause which is very important for society.
For the young masses, please, please and please. It's a very serious disease.
If we join our hands, this world will be a beautiful place to live.
We are looking for a better future.
I'm very honored to be a part of this, project. And I'll be very glad if I can do something towards the society.
I'm really happy to be a part of this, and in whatever little teeny tiny way contribute, I'm really happy to be a part of it.
It's very heartening to know that there are many institutions, and something like TeachAids is a very large initiative that spreads across the entire universe. And they need to be applauded, they need to be acknowledged, and they need to be supported in whatever way we can.
Give freely, give kindly, give generously, and let's work towards having a world free of HIV.
TeachAids, thank you for this whole effort. Only thing I can say is watch it. Watch it.